One of the fastest ways to shift your mindset is gratitude. It is hands down one of the simplest self-healing practices out there. Welcome to the Soul Healing Podcast, where we discuss techniques and methods to heal emotionally, connect with our intuition, and become the best and most healed versions of ourselves. I'm Sawadi. Welcome to the podcast. Gratitude is such a profound healing practice because it shifts the way that we think. It affects the way that we perceive the world, and it helps us to see things in a positive light. The more we view things positively, the more we attract more good things into our lives. It quickly shifts our vibration, which honestly is one of the best ways to just bring more good into your life. If you're already at a high vibration, that means you're already feeling positive, you're already feeling worthy and deserving of every good thing that's available there to you. You're going to have more and more of that in your life. You're going to notice more of that in your life. So practicing gratitude is a simple but highly effective technique. Gratitude improves your physical, emotional, and mental state. It improves your mood. And when it improves your mood, it attracts more good into your life, not just in general, but good people. When you're in a good mood, you naturally attract people that are also in a good mood, or you just kind of like lift the mood in the room. Who wants to be around someone who's miserable, crabby, ungrateful, and just down in the dumps? Yes, people may like to complain with someone who's feeling like that, but long term, nobody wants to be around someone who makes them feel more miserable than they already are. If you are lacking joy in your life, you want to be around someone who has more joy because you want to figure out what is it about them that makes their life better. What do they have that I don't? What are they doing that I could be doing to improve my life? That is why when we are grateful, we attract people who are also more high vibe, or people who want to be in a higher vibration into our lives. And we can also encourage each other and help each other stay at that high vibe state. Now, if you're not familiar with vibration, there's this thing where people say if you're a high vibe, that means you feel open and worthy and deserving of the good things in your life. If you're a low vibe, you have emotions more like anger and comparison and guilt and shame. And that's when we talk about like low vibe things. So you're more negative, is more associated, negative emotions are associated with low vibe, positive emotions are associated with high vibe. So when we have more positive emotions, when we're grateful, we cultivate more positive emotions. We also attract more good into our life. Good emotionally, good financially, good relationally, good physically. Gratitude is like, it's so simple. It's not that complicated, but if we invest a little bit of time every day into our lives, it can drastically shift our lives. I went from living in a 1-bedroom in my parents' home to moving and owning a 5-bedroom home. And it started with gratitude. It started with me every night visualizing the desired reality that I wanted, and also being grateful for where I was, being grateful that I had that one room to live in, being grateful that I had supportive parents, being grateful that I was able to be in a place where I was physically safe. Yeah, it wasn't exactly where I wanted to be, but I was in a place where I was physically safe with people who genuinely loved me. And learning to love what I had, even though I didn't have that much back then, is what caused me to have a vibrational state that attracted the good that I have now. So don't sleep on gratitude. The results do not lie. One of the easiest ways to incorporate gratitude into your life is to start by the first thing you do when you wake up. You're still not fully awake. It's just to think of 3 things you're grateful for. It can be like, I woke up this morning, the sun is shining. It can be like, I have air in my lungs. That's simple. But try and make it a little different and a little specific every single day. And then when you lay down to go back to bed at night, go over 3 things that you're grateful for that have occurred during the day. So we start our day with gratitude. We end our day with gratitude. What we're doing is we're regulating our nervous system, and we are conditioning our mind for more gratefulness, for more gratitude, and for more good overall in our life. When we do this, we wake up naturally in a good mood. We don't even know why. We just wake up in a good mood because we already conditioned our mind to focus on good things. So when we're sleeping, when we're dreaming, our brain is going through all the good things that have happened in the day, and it's pumping those ideas into our mind. So when we wake up, our brain usually starts where we stopped. If you were on a negative loop before you went to bed, that's what's going through your mind. When you wake up, that's where usually you see people that wake up and they wake up mad. Well, they usually went to sleep mad, and that's why they woke up mad, because they already started that negative loop before they went to sleep. And then while they're sleeping, it's almost as if they're meditating on that negativity. So when you choose gratitude, it feels cheesy at first. It feels disingenuous at first. But the more you do it, the more authentic it becomes. And when it is authentic, and when you can truly connect to that feeling of gratefulness, you will see it show up in your reality. You will see it show up in your reality. Your life will improve. You will have better relationships with the people that are in your life. Some relationships that are not healthy for you will fall out of your life, so that you can make room for better relationships in your life. And things just fall into place in crazy ways. And it starts simply by just being grateful. So if you have not already started a gratitude practice, I would encourage you to start it. I love writing things down so that when I'm having a rough day, I can go back over that list of all the good things that have happened. So if you haven't already done so, I'd encourage you just to write those 3 things down. They're like 3 sentences, probably something really simple. And if you can't write it down, or you just don't feel like you have time, just practice reciting those 3 good positive things in the morning that you're grateful for, 3 things that you're grateful for at night that have happened throughout that specific day. And I promise you, your life will shift. Try it for 3 weeks. Try it for 3 weeks and see what happens. If you try it and get positive results, please comment it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story, or I'd love to hear your experience with gratitude and how it affects your life. And if you would like another video that is in alignment with today's topic, please click the one you see on the screen above. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.